Your kid up for school, getting the bus to come by, and figuring out the dress code, it can all really be tough. Now imagine you don't speak English.
And that's the reality for a growing number of families in Jefferson Parish. In 2000, about 7% of people living in the parish identified as Hispanic or Latino. 10 years later, that was about 12%. And then by 2020, there were fewer people living in the parish than 20 years prior, but more than twice as many who remained were Hispanic or Latino. In recent years, public schools in JP have taken steps to help Spanish-speaking parents.
But as Rachel Hanley found out, they can still get left behind.
Carla Bonilla's son used to go to school in Lulling. She wanted to transfer him to T.H. Harris Middle School in Metairie.
Traté de dar las vueltas para matricularlo y se me complicó bastante.
For one, she didn't get the district rule book and claims other parents did. That meant she didn't know what her son could and couldn't wear to school. She also had trouble getting the bus to come pick him up.
Tal vez cuando el niño sale, no hemos llegado nosotros para venirlo a traer a la escuela. El niño tiene que irse en el bus, porque aquí están sus hermanos, pero no pueden irlos a recoger.
As Bonilla tried to resolve the issues, she says a lack of Spanish speakers at the school made every step slower and more frustrating.
Yo he llevado una experiencia mala.
Parents can get help with things like this on the district's website, which they can view in more than 100 languages. But it's not perfect. One link on the homepage lets parents find their child's bus. It goes to a form in English with no option to translate. A spokesperson for Jefferson Parish Schools says that form is managed by a third party. She told us the district is in contact with the vendor to find a solution. Parents can also reach out for help on the website's English as a Second Language page. There's a phone number and a list of a few staff members' email addresses. That page isn't directly accessible from the homepage. To get there, a parent has to click Departments, then Teaching and Learning, then ESL Program. As for Bonilla, it took weeks of back and forth to sort out the bus situation. Finally, she found out why.
Resulta que el niño no estaba registrado con su nombre, sino que el niño me le habían puesto otro apellido, no el apellido de él.
His birthday was also wrong. That messed up his registration in the system, which she was told also affected his attendance record. Angela Ramirez runs Puentes. It's a local group that helps students who are learning English. She says that's a common problem. A lot of times it's because of a simple difference between how dates are written in Spanish versus English.
In Spanish, we go first by the day, then the month, and then the year. So many times this leads to kids not being registered.
In her work, she sees a lot of parents run into similar issues as Bonilla in both Jefferson and Orleans parishes.
This can be really, really overwhelming and confusing for parents.
Yo pensé hasta en sacarlo de esa escuela y ponerlo en otra.
It's hard to know exactly how many kids in JP have parents who don't speak English. The state education department doesn't collect that data, and neither does the census. What we do know from the state is that 1 in 5 students in JP's public school system don't speak fluent English themselves. That's almost 10,000 kids. Also in the parish overall, 1 in 5 households told the census that they speak a language other than English at home.
In Bonilla's many trips to the office, she met other Spanish-speaking parents. When she told another mother about the problems she was having,
ella dijo que eso es normal.
Some family members feel like the language barrier shuts them out of bigger decisions, too. In early April, the Jefferson Parish School Board voted to close several schools and move their students to different campuses. That meeting was public, and it was held entirely in English with no interpreter. Multiple people called attention to it.
I'm here translating, like I said, for a family member.
Los mismos derechos que ellos tienen, tenemos nosotros. And if you can't understand what I'm saying, how will I expect for you to represent me?
We asked the school district about that, too. The spokesperson says parents can request interpreters, and no one put in a request for that meeting. To get to that request form, a parent also has to navigate to the ESL page on the district's website, then click Translation Services. Parents like Bonilla hope tasks like this will get easier as the district keeps making changes to serve Spanish-speaking families.
Tienen que saber que no solamente hay una raza, somos variados. Y tratar de entendernos.
Rachel Hanley, Eyewitness News.
Well, this was part 1 of a 2-part series. Rachel also talked with teachers who work in JP, one who told us when she needs to contact Spanish-speaking parents, only one person on campus can help. Well, tomorrow, find out what she and her colleagues do when that person isn't available.
Millions of people